10:28 is the time right now. How about some celebrity dish right now?
Yeah, we want to bring in our girl Autumn Joy to help us out this morning. Hey, girl, hey.
Good morning,
Good
Jeanette.
morning.
Good morning, Wisdom.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as always.
All right, we want to start off with some big changes coming to the Fox 5 daytime lineup. Page 6 is reporting that Nick Cannon, the show, has been canceled just 6 months after its debut. The show has been struggling in the ratings department since its September debut. There were high hopes for the New York-based talk show, especially since Nick was so popular when he filled in for Wendy Williams. No word on when the final episode will air. Autumn, 6 months and done. Are you surprised?
You know what? Shout out to Nick Cannon. I really was rooting for him. But Jeanette, I'm not surprised. I don't think that the Nick Cannon show really moved and did what it was supposed to do when it came to like capturing our attention. People have to understand that filling in for like a Wendy Williams who already has an established audience, already has an established show run. It's a little bit easier, if you will, because it's not really yours. You just kind of step in, have fun, and go home. But when it's actually your show, you have to show and prove. And I do think that, you know, as big as Nick Cannon's personality is, I just don't think that that was the right fit for him right now. There's nothing to say that maybe later on he can maybe try again, but doing daytime talk show, daytime TV, it's hard. It really is hard to grab people's attention. New viewers, you have a split second to grab them and to hold them. Yeah, so I am sad for Nick, but he's wilding out, Nick. He's hosting a bunch of different things, so he'll be okay. He'll land on his feet.
Yeah, he always does. He's like you said, he's got plenty of stuff going on. Still making movies. I think he made a movie a couple of years ago, She-Ball. I watched that the other day, and I actually liked his show, but clearly that doesn't matter. But I thought it was a good show. You're right though. When you're in daytime talk show, it's a whole different ball game when you're by yourself, when it's your thing. So it's hard and. He's going to be fine, though.
Yeah, it didn't seem to gain a lot of traction. I didn't hear a lot of people talking about it, other than, interestingly enough, the moments where he would share parts of himself, right, that would go viral. But it wasn't the show itself, outside of his celebrity, that I would see have its moments. But he'll be fine. He stays busy. Well, after 8 seasons, The Real is coming to an end. The Real started out as a trial run back in 2013, then went national the following year. The daytime talk show that airs right here at noon is hosted by Lonnie Love, Jeannie Mai, Garcelle Beauvais, and, of course, Adrienne Bailon. The Jasmine Brand reports ratings for the show could also be to blame. So, Autumn, this is a long time, especially, as you mentioned, daytime TV is tough. It's a long run. Are you surprised that it's ending?
Now, this one, I'm actually surprised. I thought the ladies, were there to stay. But you wonder, is social media playing a role in these cancellations? Is social media playing a role with, viewers and ratings? Are people just looking for snackable content? They're looking for the quick viral moments as opposed to sitting and actually tuning into a full show. I do think that is playing a huge role. But yeah, this one I really am surprised about because I loved this core group of women. I thought they finally got it right. Their personalities gelled well. And yeah, this one I'm really surprised about. Maybe they'll take it to like YouTube or a streaming app or something. Yeah. I hope this is the end for the ladies.
I'm surprised. I was shocked by that as well because I thought the show was really entertaining. I thought they had great chemistry and I thought they had a good run as well. So when they start talking about they're getting rid of this, I was stunned. But you know what this means?
Uh-oh.
Another hour of Good Day DC is possible. Holly, calm down.
I mean,
that was a joke, Holly.
What's 7 hours? We could do 1 more hour of morning television. No, I will say though, I saw all of the girls kind of going off on their own ventures, which I don't think is a bad thing. You saw Jeannie Mai. She has her YouTube channel. I think she has like a clothing line. Adrienne has a similar thing. Lonnie Love's been on a couple of reality shows. So they all kind of had their own thing. And I wondered not so much whether the show was struggling, but is this a time for them to kind of, fly off and do their own thing, leave the nest? This was a show that really made its mark. I know Adrienne and the girls, when we had them on last time, they talked about having such a diverse show in terms of a diverse group of women sharing their diverse opinions on whatever topic was very different for daytime television. So, I mean, they made their mark.
Yeah.
And left a legacy behind.
Right.
So that's good.
There you go. Another hour of Good Day DC. Let me make a phone call about that.
The bosses are like, huh? Did you just, they're calling each other like, did you
know
decide
what?
this?
You know what? The Wisdom Martin show then. How about that?
No.
I got time if you got the money.
What's your bet on how long that lasts?
6 months.
Oh, I was going to say
months.
2 days, but okay, she must really believe in you.
See, Autumn's got my back. I appreciate that. Autumn. All right. Hey, let's talk about the latest on the ongoing, another talk show host, former talk show host, Wendy Williams. That saga. Her brother now speaking out with a message to the fans about the TV host's ongoing recovery. So we want to bring in producer Chris with the details on that now. So this is the Chris Cam.
This is the Chris Cam wisdom. And by the way, before you go announcing any third hours of Good Day DC, check in with me first, man.
Hello.
Check in with me first.
Chris,
I can't handle those sorts of hard attacks.
Chris, you didn't see the email, but we'll talk about it
All
later.
right. Well, clearly I got left off it then. We'll see what happens. But anyway, let's get back to Wendy because her brother Tommy is the one speaking out. And he says despite reports to the contrary, she is doing, quote, quite well, actually. So Tommy shared a video online saying Wendy is currently recovering. He says when she returns to the spotlight, she's coming back, quote, better than ever. Tommy went on to add that fans are, quote, going to experience somebody that you haven't seen before, that you've never met. And to the frustrated fans who say Wendy owes them an explanation for her absence, he says that's absolutely selfish. I disagree with him a little bit there. Jeanette, you know, she's made a living out of speculating about other people, so it wouldn't be that. You know, her fans have always been her co-hosts, so I do think that they might want to know what's been going on in the meantime.
I think that's a good point. She's made a living of doing a really good job of getting the tea and spilling it. And I think it makes sense that her fans would want the same thing. So, and, hey, she's called them the co-host, so they're doing what a co-host on the Wendy Williams show would do.
Ask the question.
Autumn, what do you think about what he said, her brother?
I think I know what's happening. They're canceling those 2 shows to make room for Wendy to come back.
There is room now.
Maybe. But you know what? I am happy that her brother gave us this update. You all know I love me some Wendy Williams. And I do hope and pray that, yeah, she does come back as this new, revitalized, energized personality, this person that we love. And I do think that Wendy is that one person that can put that spark really back into daytime television. I'm here for it. I hope that, you know, she's continuing to heal and meditate and take all the time she needs because, sis, when you come back, you can't leave again, all right? You got to come back and come back strong. So
Now, remember, Jennifer Hudson's coming to she's got her talk show on Fox as well.
She sure does.
So,
My
so
goodness.
the windows with the Wisdom Martin show, the next hour of Good Day DC.
There's room for everybody, Wisdom.
There's room for everybody.
You have a
for
show.
everybody.
You can have a show.
Yeah, everybody gets a show.
Everybody gets a show. Okay.
what about the Autumn Joy Live show?
Let's do it. Let's do
Why
it.
not?
Let's do it.
All right. Thanks,
All
guys.
right, Chris, thank you. Cardi B is clapping back at people responding negatively to a photo of her son. Back in March 9th to be exact, she posted this glimpse of her baby on Twitter with the caption, "That's all y'all get." In response, some online users accused her of being attention-seeking and insincere. The rapper responded to the critics in a tweet. She asked why they are mad and added, quote, "It seems like I can't do or say nothing these days with people getting irritated. Maybe I should delete my social medias." That's her quote. Cardi B welcomed her son in September of 2021. She has kept his identity a secret. Autumn, thoughts?
The only issue I take is the fact that his lashes are longer than mine. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's literally it. But at the end of the day, do you all remember when she posted her baby girl?
Yeah.
You know, the Twitter trolls went in and they had so much to say. They were talking negatively. So I do not fault Cardi B for this time around keeping her baby boy her secret. And guess what, y'all? She has the right as his parent to do that. She doesn't owe us anything. This is the problem with social media. They feel like when you're in the spotlight, you have to share every moment and show us everything. But then you have those Twitter trolls who come after the kids and are just disrespectful. So I am 100% on Cardi B's side with this. Girl, don't delete your social media. You know, just
you can't be having a show if you're dropping your mic and remote and all that.
Well, that's what I was
right?
doing. I was dropping the mic right there on that comment that Autumn Joy was making. But my thing is this: if you're a celebrity, how are you not prepared for anytime you post anything, somebody's going to say something crazy? I mean, she posted the child's eye, and people went in on her. So don't put anything out there.
I thought you were going to say, why engage? Don't engage.
Well,
All
there's
right,
like I do. I don't engage.
Well, good
but
luck.
when I get the Wisdom Martin show, no, I'm just kidding. I'm done.
Good luck on y'all's show. Let me know how it goes. I'm betting on Autumn's, though. Autumn, I got your back. See you, girl.